Hello everyone, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Amber Reads Romance. Today I'm going to be doing the New Year book tag video. I saw this go around last year and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really fun seeing all the different booktubers go over their goals, their bookish goals, even some personal goals in this book tag. And this was actually created by Jessin Reads Romance last year, and I will link that original video down below. Make sure to check it out. She created this tag and I just love it. I was actually planning on doing a video just kind of going over my 2024 book goals and channel goals. But since a lot of these questions go into those kind of questions, I figured this would be the perfect place to do just one video. And then I'll kind of maybe expand the bookish goals in like my channel goals section, but get it all out in this one video. I did also see Jen from the Book Refuge just posted a video, so I'll link her video down below. Absolutely love her. She's my favorite booktuber. So I am really excited to do this. Last year I didn't have a booktube channel yet, and I started one in January 2023, and it's been an interesting year. I can't believe it's already almost been a year yet, but I have a lot of goals. I really want to grow my channel, and so I'm excited to kind of dive into these questions and kind of go over my goals. If you're new to me, you haven't seen my channel before, please, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe. I'm really trying to grow. It's been almost a year and I love this community, but please subscribe and like and leave me a comment down below. And I'm going to tag, I want to tag anybody to do this. If you have a booktube channel, anything, definitely do this video. I might tag a couple people specifically, but anybody should do this. It's really fun. So let's go ahead. This is enough of an intro. Let's dive into the questions for the New Year book tag. Okay, so the first question is, what are you most excited for about in the year 2024? So me, I'm excited about, kind of like read-alongs, different things like that, but specifically the one thing that I'm really excited for is the Outlander read-along that Jen from the Book Refuge is doing. I read, I think, the first 3 or 4 books in the Outlander series, but they are really big books and they can be kind of intimidating, especially when you're trying to read a lot of books and put out content and all that kind of stuff. And I kind of just stopped reading them. So I'm really excited to finally reread the ones that I read and then continue the series. I believe she has a more relaxed environment, so it's not like we're reading one book a month, so it won't be too stressful. But I'm really excited to finally, read Outlander and get the full series done. So, I mean, Jamie Fraser is like one of the top book boyfriends, and I love the show, and so it would be great to finally read all the books. So I'm most excited for that. I'm sure other read-alongs will come up, but I'm very excited for the Outlander read-along, and then I'm just excited to kind of keep growing my booktube and bookstagram community and just get to know different authors. I wish I was going to one of these book signings, but I just can't afford it. It's definitely not in my budget, so I hope to one day be able to go to one of these. It's a dream to be able to finally do that. This year I actually did get to see Sophie Lark, so that was amazing. She came to San Diego to the Meet Cute bookshop, and I got to have her sign a bunch of my books and meet her and her husband. So that was so amazing. I'm so happy that I at least got to get that, because I've been wanting to meet Sophie for years, and so I'm just happy about that. Okay, question 2 is, do you have a Goodreads challenge goal and why that goal? So last year I had a goal of 300. I think I had a lower goal the year before, but I way past that. So I wanted to kind of challenge myself a little bit. I didn't really know, because the year before, I didn't really track all my books. I didn't write reviews. That was one of the goals I made for myself last year, was I started a tracker. I use a spreadsheet to track all my reading. But I kind of want to try Airtable and see if that's easier. But and then I'm trying to write reviews for like every book that I read. And so tracking has been a lot better for me this year. So I didn't really know how many books I was really reading previously. So I wanted to do a bigger goal this year. I had 300. I met that like I think beginning of December. So I did meet my goal. But I thought to challenge myself a little bit, but not be too much of a challenge where I'm feeling overwhelmed. I thought I would do like 340 just to make it simple. It might be 340, 350. Haven't set it yet, so we'll see what I do. But I kind of wanted to give myself a little bit more. I was going to do 365 for like a book a day, but I just don't know if I'll keep up with that because things happen. Reading slumps happen. Sometimes personal stuff where you're just not reading fast enough. So just want more of a manageable goal. Okay, so number 3, list 3 5-star predictions. Now, Jen from the Book Refuge kind of did her 6-star predictions, which I started doing 6 stars after watching Jen because I do give a lot of 5 stars too. So, I mean, these could be some 6-star predictions, but I'm going to leave it at 5-star. But hopeful 6-star predictions for the next year. I think I have a couple new releases and then like a release from like this last year that I need to read basically. So my first one is Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh. I just read Boys of Tommen this year and it's like the best books of the year for me. I fell in love with these characters. Chloe Walsh is a phenomenal storyteller. She has such character development and it's like very thick books. You get to know these characters. You know, there's some traumatic stuff and horrible home life and triggers, but these, like, honestly, Joey means more to me than any character I've ever read in a book before. I bawled my eyes out in like 3 of the books. So this series is just so phenomenal, and I know that this book is going to be phenomenal. I just know it. I love Gipsy so much. He's been kind of the comic relief best friend in this, and he always brings like a smile really to my face when I'm reading these books. So I can't wait to get to him and Claire's romance. So that's like, I know it's probably going to be a 6-star read for sure on that one. The other new release I have is The Bride Bet by Tessa Dare. I don't know a ton about it. I think it's kind of like they had a deal. Her and this guy had a deal to get married or something after a certain amount of years, and he comes back. I can't remember if he's a duke or what, but she doesn't really want to go through with it. He does, so he's trying to like make her get into this marriage. And so I fell in love with Tessa Dare when I participated and read the read along for the Tessa Dare, like the summer Tessa Dare that Rachel Reads and Sings did. And I absolutely loved it. I love her banter, her wit, the comedy. Like, it's just they're great historical romances. So this one, I have a feeling it's for sure going to be a 5-star because I feel like Tessa Dare is just getting better and better and better. So the one that I have from this last year, so it's not a new release, but it's going to be new to me, is Forever Your Rogue. I have seen Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life, Jen from the Book Refuge. I think even Justin Reads Romance might have talked about this too, but they were like talking about like this is like the best historical romance they read that year. There's so many good reviews for this. So, and I need to find a new historical author that I want to read. So I think that this will definitely be probably a 6-star read, I'm hoping. Okay, question 4 is what genre, subgenre, or trope do you want to read more of? So, the main one that I want to talk about is genre, and that is historical romance. Last year, I made a goal to read historical romance, and I really did, but not enough. Honestly, I read so much contemporary dark romance, mafia, all that stuff, so it takes up a lot of my TBR. I did really good because there was this romance readathon that went on in like August, and you got more points for reading historical romance. So like I heavily read like a lot of historical romance that month. But I need to read more, and I want to read more new authors. So I definitely want to make a goal again to read more historical romance, because with like the newer historical romance, it's kind of not as good as I like the older ones that I love. So I feel like it's kind of fallen off in the booktube and bookstagram community. I also want to read more small town romance. I do like small town, but I'm not like, I don't like only read small town or constantly have, like, I haven't read Catherine Cowles yet. I told myself I was going to read her this month, but I had so many arcs, I didn't read it. So I definitely want to read more small town and hopefully finally read Catherine Cowles. I also want to read more fan fiction. I discovered fan fiction from Jen's fanfiction readathon, and I really want to read some more, not just for the readathon, but like for fun for me. So I've heavily just kind of read, you know, Draco and Hermione. So I want to try some other pairings. I know there's one that Jen talked about that was like a Ginny and Lucius Malfoy, and I like really want to read that one. So I really want to try and read more this year. And then I also want to read more fantasy, because usually the fantasy books are a lot thicker, and I'm trying to put out more content, and I'll like put off reading big books because I think, oh, I need to read this many books a month. And that's just a lot of pressure on myself that I need to stop doing that. Because honestly, like I need to read more fantasy, and kind of like I barely read any fantasy this year. So I really want to try and do that. And then also I want more male romances, because I discovered this year that I love male romance. So I really want to dive into that and read a lot more. Okay, 5 is, what trope do you think will be the most popular in 2024? So this last year, I really saw the resurgence of hockey and like small town. Hockey had a big time, like was popular a few years back, and like it really came back big time. I honestly feel like that's still going to continue into this year. I see a lot of like male hockey stuff coming back, and then just continuing like older series too, where Elle Kennedy's coming out with her second generation of like the off-campus series. So it's like more hockey again. So I really just think hockey is still going to continue to be big. And then it's kind of a cop-out to say small town romance, because it's a very wide category. But I really feel like, you know, Elsie Silver and Catherine Cowles and how popular these authors are, that it's really going to continue into this next year. I mean, Elsie Silver is starting her new series that's kind of tied to the Chestnut Spring series. So I just feel like it's just going to keep growing. Oh, and then of course, enemies to lovers, because that trope just like doesn't go away. Everybody has to market their books as enemies to lovers, even if they're not. But I feel like that'll continue to be a popular trope. Okay, so this is the one that I might go into more detail on. Number 6 is name 3 bookish goals of the year. So I'm going to give you my 3 bookish goals, and then I'm going to go into some of my other goals that I have for my channel. So I decided to do the 12 recs from 12 friends. I don't know if I got full 12 recs yet when I posted it on Instagram. So I might post it on here too. I always forget to post on my community tab. So, but I should be getting the 12 recs from 12 friends that I really want to do this year. I think it'd be fun to introduce me to authors I haven't read before, or stuff that I'm not usually into. So I'm excited to try that. I don't know if I will do like vlogs for it, or just, you know, do one big video going over my 12 recs, but it is something that I really want to try this year. And then my thing, like I said before, is to read more historical romance, but specifically I want to read new to me historical romance authors. I know that there are some indie ones that are, I think, might be available in Kindle Unlimited. It's frustrating because a lot of authors, I primarily would read Kindle Unlimited because I can't afford to constantly be buying like new books. And so a lot of historical romance authors are not available on Kindle Unlimited. And so I wasn't reading them. I did get Anyplay, so then I can read a lot of historical romance authors on that, but they don't have all of them. So I really want to start pushing myself to read ones that aren't available there and like try out new authors and kind of just expand like my historical romance reading. And then the big one that has to do with like my channel is I want to really focus on creating more trope recs videos because I kind of had a hard time finding time to film this last year with work, and like my son was living at home with me and he would be out here, you know, playing video games, screaming and all that stuff. So I was really limited to filming like once a week. But now he's moved. I have plenty of time to film, so I can film more videos. But I kind of primarily focused on like my mid-month wrap-ups and like my vlogs and stuff. And I would try to do rec videos here and there. But honestly, my vlogs do not do well. I'm still going to continue my vlogs for 2024 because I still like to do that. But I need to do more trope recs because my channel is just kind of been kind of stagnant. It's not getting more subscribers. I really want to grow my channel. I need to get to 1,000 subscribers is like my goal. And it's just been kind of hard because some videos that I put time and effort into, like they're not really doing that well. And so I want to really focus on actually doing a lot more trope recs. So that's one of my big goals that I have for my channel. Some of the other goals that I want, so like one of my big goals is that I need to read Manacled. Like I've had this to do like on my list forever. I was intimidated by the size, so like I never read it. But I'm determined that this year in 2024, I'm going to read Manacled. I'm going to do it. I don't know if I'll have to like slowly like listen to the audiobook that's available on Spotify or just read, you know, download the book and read it. But I need to read it. I've heard so much about it. It's so hyped. And it sounds like it's worth the hype. And it sounds like the perfect story for me, like something that I would love. So that's one of my biggest goals. And then I just continuously, I need to grow my booktube and bookstagram community and like friends. I want to do more like collaborations with other booktubers. I want to participate in like live shows and readathons and stuff. I understand like my channel isn't big enough though yet. Like I wanted to do a read along this year on my channel, but like I honestly don't have enough subscribers to really have that be a realistic goal, you know, like, so I really want to grow my channel within like the next year so that following year I can do that read along and hopefully have more subscribers. I also want to read more the backlists of authors. Like I want to start creating like little templates for my Instagram of like an author and all their books, so that I can start reading their backlist and kind of going off of that. I'm trying to create more content on Instagram. I really want to start posting more. I post quite a bit on there because I do all my arcs and all that kind of stuff. I create templates. If you're not following me on Instagram, please give me a follow. I'd really appreciate the follow. I'm trying to grow that as well. So, like it's a fun community. It's really cool to like create graphics and do all that. I've really learned a lot by Canva this year, and it's just been a constant growing like learning experience as I've gone, and it's just been great. But I want to actually do more like photos of like my actual books instead of just the stuff I create on Canva. So that's kind of one of my goals. I also need to create more reels. I was trying to do TikTok. I'm just not very good at TikTok stuff. And I like the booktube community and bookstagram community a little bit more. So, but I do want to create more reels because those do better, and I believe. And so I need to start doing them more. So, Yeah, so I think that's it for those goals. I mean, honestly, I have so many, like most of my goals, I really am trying to focus on building my channel, making more content. The other thing is being more like posting on an actual schedule. I tend to just kind of post when I have time. Like I'll do my film, I would do my filming on the weekend, try to edit it, maybe get up Monday or Tuesday, then hopefully another video later in the week. I have been sticking to 2 videos a week, but I don't have like a schedule that I stick to. So I'm hoping if I do that, maybe that'll help my algorithm. I don't know, you guys. It has been so much pressure on myself and constantly comparing myself to other booktubers or booktubers that have been doing this for years, and I feel like inadequate, and it's a lot of self-doubt, which is not good, which I'll get into later. But I need to like stop doing that and just be happy with what I'm doing, and you know, not stressing out about how I don't have this many subscribers or this video didn't get enough views. It's a tough cycle that you put yourself in. So I'm hoping that, you know, creating more trope videos, posting on a schedule will help me. And I really want to collaborate with other booktubers more. I think that'll really help too. And it's fun to like communicate with the booktube community. It's just great. I really love a lot of these other booktubers are so sweet and nice and welcoming. And so I would just like to continue that. Okay, so question 7 is name 3 personal goals for 2024. This one I had a hard time with because a lot of my goals that I've been stressing out over were like bookish stuff. So some of my personal goals, I really, I finally got a gym membership in like November or whatever, but I haven't been good about going. I got like sick and different things going on. So I really want to make it where I'm being accountable and trying to work out, go to the gym 2 to 3 times a week. I really want to get more fit and feel good about myself, and that'll help my mental health to be like staying on a schedule and actually committing to it. My hardest part is like getting to the gym. After I leave, I feel great, but like it's getting myself there is the hardest part. So then the other one that I have is kind of embarrassing, but it's to get out there again, like to try and date. I honestly haven't dated anybody in like over 10 years. I kind of just focused being a single mom on my kid, and now he's 20, he's moved out of state, and like it's like empty nest, and I need to get out there and actually start dating again, which is kind of scary because I haven't dated in years. So, but my family is on me. They want me to date. I constantly get nagged about it all the time. So I need to stop being so antisocial, which leads me into my other thing, which is to be social more. Like, honestly, I cut myself off. I kind of stay at home. I'm just like a homebody, and I read, and I don't really go out with friends or do a lot of stuff. Like, so I really want to make myself more social, and like me reaching out to my friends instead of them having to reach out to me, because I tend to like just kind of get in my own bubble and not really want to go anywhere on the weekends or do anything. And so I just need to be better about communicating to my friends. So that's like a big one for me, because I just, you know, I'm very like antisocial in my older age. Like I just get kind of stuck in my ways. So those are my goals. Hopefully we'll see if I actually get any of them accomplished this year. Number 8, what do you want to leave behind in 2023? Okay. So a personal thing is what I brought up before, is comparing myself to other booktubers, other bookstagrammers, not feeling like I'm as good as them. I'm not getting new subscribers. I should have more subscribers at this point. My video only gets this many views. Like constantly looking at the analytics and freaking out about my analytics. Like I need to put less pressure on myself and stop comparing myself to other booktubers and just enjoy what I'm doing, because I don't want to get that like mental health of and like negativity and feeling down on myself and wondering, what am I doing wrong? Is this not a good channel or video. So that's one thing I really want to leave behind and just enjoy posting videos and sharing content and communicating with other booktubers and, you know, my subscribers. So I love engaging with everybody. So that's one thing that I for sure want to leave behind. Some book stuff that drive me nuts is the discreet covers. I am so sick of it. And I'm sick of when an author gets picked up by a publishing company or Bloom or whatever, and then now we're going to change all their books to not have the man on the cover, to just be like hearts and like a flower and just great cover. And then now your next books don't match the books you already bought. It drives me nuts, and it makes people who like having matching books have to buy that new kind. I don't like it. I'm over it, because guess what? I don't care. I'm happy to show that I have a hot man on my cover. I'm not embarrassed that I read romance, and I'm sick of the discreet covers. Same thing with the cartoon covers. I will not read a book. Even if it's a smutty, spicy book, when I see a cartoon cover, I won't read it. Like, I will not read it. I am not interested. And I think it's false advertising, because a lot of these like covers are all cutesy, and then it's freaking spicy inside. So somebody who might see that at Barnes and Nobles, who doesn't really read that author or used to that, and they pick it up, they're going to pick up something that's probably outside of their comfort range, because not everybody wants to read spice. So I want to leave that behind. And then the other thing that I have went with the enemies to lovers thing. I'm getting irritated with the way books are marketed falsely on TikTok and social media everywhere as being something they're not. A prime example that I want to bring up is Fourth Wing, which I think is one of the most overhyped books. But that's me. If you loved it, please don't take this knock on you, because I'm definitely in the minority on that. But that was not enemies to lovers book. Like, it did not, like, I'm sick of enemies to lovers when they might kind of have, they dislike each other or feel irritated with the person and not really like them. And then it's marketed as this, like, enemies to lovers. That is not true enemies to lovers. And I think the fact that it got so popular made all these publishing companies, like, market it that way. And I don't think it's really annoying me, because I did not think that Fourth Wing was a true enemies to lovers, because the guy never tried to kill her. He never tried to attack her. He actually helped her. Anyways, side rant, but that's another thing that I would like to leave in 2023. So, those are the questions. So thank you so much for watching this video. As I said in the beginning, if you could please like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. As you can see, I'm stressing out about my channel growth and how many subscribers I have. I should be posting another video that I want to do for the books that are like my highly like on top, I need to read them. These are the books that I want to read in 2024. Not necessarily new releases, but these are like my main goals, like book goals for 2024. So I'm going to be doing that soon. I was going to film it today, but it's Christmas and I need to get over to my parents' house. I kind of put this off because I had just gotten 2 root canals done. So my mouth is still kind of in a lot of pain. So I might be not at my best here, but thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you hopefully before the new year on a couple videos if I can get them done before the new year. Thank you so much. You guys have a great Christmas and a great new year, and I'll see you on the next one.